Welcome to Planet Pulse, where Earth's greatest mysteries come to life. Today we invite you on an extraordinary adventure, a journey to the deepest, most enigmatic place on our planet, the Mariana Trench. In this episode, Journey to the Mariana Trench, Earth's final frontier. We'll plunge into the pitch-black abyss, uncovering secrets hidden miles beneath the waves. If you're fascinated by the wonders of our world and the challenges of the unexplored, you're in the right place. Imagine a place on our planet more remote and hostile than any other, a world of complete and total darkness, where the sun's warm rays have never reached. Picture a realm where the weight of the ocean above is so immense it is like having hundreds of jumbo jets stacked on top of you. This is the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of all the world's oceans. For a very long time, scientists believed that this crushing, cold, and lightless environment was simply too extreme for any form of life to exist. It seemed a logical conclusion. Without sunlight, there could be no plants, and without plants, how could any food chain possibly begin? It was thought to be a sterile, lifeless desert at the very bottom of our world. The conditions here are truly beyond our everyday comprehension. The pressure is over 1,000 times greater than what we feel at the surface. It is a force so powerful it would instantly crush most submarines and any living thing not specifically built for it. The temperature of the water hovers just above freezing, a biting cold that would be unbearable for most creatures we know. In this silent black world, there is no up or down, only the immense, pressing weight of the water column stretching for miles above. It is a place of extremes, a part of our own planet that is less understood than the surface of the moon, a final mysterious frontier right here on Earth. For centuries, humanity looked to the stars and dreamed of exploring other worlds, yet we remained largely unaware of the incredible secrets hidden in the depths of our own oceans. The very bottom of the sea was considered a void, a place of myth and legend, but not of science. Early scientists called this deep region the Azoic zone, meaning the zone without life. They theorized that below a certain depth, the combination of crushing pressure, eternal cold, and the complete absence of light would make survival an absolute impossibility. It was a reasonable assumption based on what was known at the time about the fundamental requirements for life as we understood it. This belief in a lifeless abyss persisted for a long time. The deep ocean was a black box, a mystery that our technology was not yet ready to solve. Any stories of strange monsters from the deep were dismissed as sailors' tall tales. The scientific community was confident that the fundamental laws of biology would hold true, and that the deepest, darkest corners of the ocean were barren. But our planet is full of surprises, and the Mariana Trench was holding one of the most astonishing secrets of all, waiting patiently in the dark for us to finally come and look. The idea of a lifeless deep sea was completely overturned by a startling discovery. When scientists finally managed to send instruments deep into the trench, they found something extraordinary. Life, not just simple microbes, but complex creatures thriving against all odds. These were not the monsters of legend, but something far more wonderful. They were small fish, translucent shrimps, and other organisms that had evolved incredible ways to survive in the crushing pressure and total darkness. This discovery was a profound moment for biology, proving that life is far more resilient and adaptable than we had ever imagined. It finds a way to exist in the most unlikely of places. So, how did these creatures manage it? Their bodies are marvels of natural engineering. Many deep-sea animals, like the Mariana snailfish, have soft, gelatinous bodies with few hard parts like bones, which allows them to withstand the immense pressure without being crushed. They've evolved unique proteins and cellular structures that function perfectly under conditions that would destroy the cells of surface animals. Instead of relying on sight in the permanent night of the Hadal zone, they have developed other heightened senses. They use touch, chemical sensors, and the ability to detect faint movements in the water to find food and navigate their dark world. Without sunlight, the entire food web is different. At the very bottom of the trench, life is not powered by photosynthesis. Instead, it relies on a process called chemosynthesis. Here, specialized bacteria use chemicals, such as hydrogen sulfide, seeping from hydrothermal vents on the seafloor, to create energy. These bacteria form the foundation of the entire ecosystem. Other animals then feed on these bacteria, or on each other. Another source of food is marine snow, a constant slow shower of organic material, dead plankton, waste and other particles, that drifts down from the sunlit waters far, far above, providing a vital feast for the dwellers of the deep. This incredible ecosystem teaches us a vital lesson about the nature of life itself. It shows us that the rules we thought were universal, like the need for sunlight, are not always absolute. Life is creative, finding ingenious solutions to seemingly impossible challenges. The creatures of the Mariana Trench are a testament to the power of evolution. They have turned one of the most inhospitable environments on our planet into a home, a hidden world teeming with biological wonders that we are only just beginning to understand. Their existence broadens our own definition of where life might be found, both on Earth and perhaps elsewhere in the universe. The story of our knowledge of the Mariana Trench begins in the 19th century, with a groundbreaking scientific voyage. The HMS Challenger expedition, which sailed from 1872 to 1876, was the first global oceanographic research mission. Its primary goal was to study the deep ocean, to measure its depths, chart its currents, and discover what, if anything, lived within it. The ship was a floating laboratory, equipped with nets, dredges, and long-sounding lines to probe the secrets of the sea. It was a mission of pure discovery, venturing into a world that was almost completely unknown to science at the time. On this historic journey, as the Challenger sailed across the Pacific Ocean, its crew made a remarkable finding. Near the Mariana Islands, they began to take depth measurements, a slow and difficult process in those days. It involved lowering a heavy, weighted rope, many kilometers long, over the side of the ship until it touched the bottom. On March 23, 1875, they recorded a depth of 8,184 meters, about 5 miles. While not the absolute deepest point, it was an astonishing discovery. It confirmed the existence of a profound trench in the seafloor, a depth far greater than they had ever measured before, hinting at a vast, unexplored chasm below. This location, the deepest part of this newly discovered trench, was named Challenger Deep in honor of the ship that first found it. The expedition did more than just measure the depth. Their dredges and nets, pulled up from thousands of meters below, brought back mud and, incredibly, animals. These were the first tangible proofs of life from the abyssal plains, directly challenging the Azoic zone theory. The voyage of the HMS Challenger marked the birth of modern oceanography and opened our eyes to the reality that the deep ocean was not a void, but a dynamic and inhabited part of our planet. The legacy of the HMS Challenger is immense. It laid the foundation for everything we know about the deep sea today. The thousands of samples collected and the vast amounts of data recorded are still studied by scientists. The discovery of the Mariana Trench and Challenger Deep sparked a century of curiosity and ambition. It set a new goal for explorers and scientists, to reach this deepest point, to see it with their own eyes, and to uncover the mysteries hidden within its crushing depths. The Challenger didn't just find a deep place, it revealed a new frontier for human exploration. The Mariana Trench is not just a hole in the seafloor, it is a scar on the face of our planet, created by immense geological forces. The Earth's surface is not one solid piece. It is broken up into giant, slow-moving sections called tectonic plates. These plates float on the semi-molten layer of the Earth's mantle beneath them, constantly shifting and interacting with one another. They move at about the same speed that your fingernails grow, but over millions of years, this slow, relentless movement can build mountains, create oceans, and carve out the deepest trenches on Earth. The shape of our world is always changing. The trench itself is formed by a process called subduction. This happens where two tectonic plates collide. In the case of the Mariana Trench, the enormous Pacific Plate is moving westward and crashing into the smaller, younger Mariana Plate. Because the Pacific Plate is older and denser, it is forced to bend and dive beneath the Mariana Plate, plunging down into the Earth's mantle. This downward plunge creates the deep, narrow, V-shaped valley we know as the Mariana Trench. It is a place of incredible geological activity, a dynamic boundary where the Earth's crust is being recycled. This process of subduction is also responsible for many of the Earth's most dramatic natural events. As the Pacific Plate scrapes and grinds its way downward, it can cause powerful earthquakes. Furthermore, as the plate descends deeper into the mantle, the intense heat and pressure cause the rock to melt, forming magma. This molten rock is less dense than the surrounding material, so it rises towards the surface. It eventually erupts, forming a chain of volcanoes. The Mariana Islands, which give the trench its name, are volcanic islands formed in exactly this way, standing as a testament to the fiery processes happening deep below. The Mariana Trench is part of a much larger system known as the Ring of Fire. This is a horseshoe-shaped path around the Pacific Ocean, where most of the world's earthquakes and volcanic eruptions occur. It traces the boundaries of the massive Pacific Plate as it interacts with other plates around it. From New Zealand, up through Japan, across to Alaska, and down the coast of the Americas, this ring is a hotbed of geological activity. The Mariana Trench is one of the most extreme features along this volatile ring, a perfect example of the powerful forces that are constantly shaping and reshaping the surface of our planet. For decades after its discovery, Challenger Deep remained an untouchable place. Reaching it was honestly a technological challenge on par with reaching the moon. The immense pressure at the bottom would crush any ordinary vessel. But in 1960, two men prepared to make the journey. Swiss oceanographer Jacques Piccard and U.S. Navy Lieutenant Don Walsh boarded a unique submersible called the Trieste. It was not a submarine in the traditional sense, but more like an underwater balloon. It had a large float filled with gasoline, which is lighter than water, and a tiny, thick-walled steel sphere for the crew, designed to withstand the colossal pressure. Their descent was a slow, careful journey into the unknown. It took them nearly 5 hours to fall through the miles of dark water. As they went deeper, the world outside their small porthole disappeared into absolute blackness. They were completely alone, suspended in the abyss, trusting their lives to the engineering of their vessel. When they finally landed softly on the seafloor of Challenger Deep, they had done what no one had ever done before. They had reached the very bottom of the world. They stayed, for only about 20 minutes, but in that short time, they made a profound observation. They saw a flatfish, proving that complex life could exist even at this ultimate depth. For over 50 years, no one returned to Challenger Deep. The challenge remained too great. Then, in 2012, filmmaker and explorer James Cameron decided to make the journey himself, and to do it alone. He co-designed a new, high-tech submersible called the Deep Sea Challenger. It was a sleek, vertically oriented vehicle packed with scientific equipment, cameras, and lights. His solo descent was much faster than the Trieste's, taking just over 2 hours. He spent about 3 hours on the bottom, filming the stark, lunar-like landscape and collecting samples. His mission brought the mysterious world of the trench back into the public eye, using modern technology to give us a new window into the deep. These missions highlight the extreme dangers of deep-sea exploration. A tiny crack or flaw in the submersible's hull would lead to an instantaneous and catastrophic implosion under the crushing pressure. The cold is intense, and there is no hope of rescue at such depths. Navigating in the dark and dealing with potential equipment failures requires immense courage and skill. The journeys of the Trieste and the Deep Sea Challenger are incredible stories of human ingenuity and bravery. They represent our unyielding desire to explore the unknown, to push the boundaries of what is possible, and to see for ourselves what lies in the most remote corners of our own world. The ocean is not one uniform body of water. It is structured in layers, or zones, each with its own distinct characteristics and inhabitants. The journey from the surface to the floor of the Mariana Trench is a trip through several different worlds. It begins in the sunlight zone, also called the epipelagic, the top 200 meters where sunlight penetrates, allowing photosynthesis to occur. This is where we find most of the ocean's life, from tiny plankton to large whales and sharks. It is a world of light, color, and abundant food, the vibrant engine room of the marine ecosystem. Below this is the twilight zone, or mesopelagic, from 200 to 1,000 meters. Here, sunlight fades rapidly until it disappears completely. The pressure increases and the temperature drops. Animals in this zone are adapted to low light. Many have large eyes to capture every last photon, and many are bioluminescent, meaning they can produce their own light. They use this light to attract prey, find mates, or startle predators in the gathering gloom. Creatures like the anglerfish, with its famous glowing lure, are masters of this dim, mysterious world, where life begins to take on strange and wonderful forms. Deeper still is the midnight zone, or bathypelagic, from 1,000 to 4,000 meters. Here, there is no sunlight at all, the water is near freezing, and the pressure is immense. This is the realm of some of the most bizarre-looking creatures on the planet, like the gulper eel with its enormous mouth or the vampire squid. Food is scarce, so animals have slow metabolisms and are often opportunistic hunters ready to eat anything that comes their way. Many are black or red, colors that are effectively invisible in a world without light. It is a world of patience where life moves at a slower pace. Finally, we reach the deepest parts of the ocean. The abyss, or abyssopelagic zone, extends from 4,000 to 6,000 meters, and below that, inside the ocean trenches, is the Hadal zone. Named after Hades, the underworld of Greek mythology, the Hadal zone is the realm of the Mariana Trench. It is the most extreme and least explored environment on Earth. Here, in the crushing dark, we find uniquely adapted creatures like the Mariana snailfish and giant amphipods. This vertical journey through the ocean's layers reveals an incredible diversity of life, with each zone presenting its own unique set of challenges and fostering its own unique evolutionary solutions. Despite the historic dives and modern technological advancements, the Mariana Trench and the deep ocean in general remain shockingly unexplored. It is a staggering fact that we have better maps of the surface of Mars and our own moon than we do of our planet's sea floor. More people have walked on the moon than have visited Challenger Deep. The deep ocean covers more than half of the Earth's surface, yet over 80% of it remains unmapped, unobserved, and unexplored. It is a vast, hidden wilderness on our own planet, a realm of mystery right beneath our feet. The primary reason for this is the immense difficulty and expense of deep-sea exploration. The extreme pressure requires incredibly robust and expensive vehicles, whether they are manned submersibles or remotely operated vehicles, ROVs. These missions require large support ships, expert crews, and cutting-edge technology, all of which come with a very high price tag. Unlike space, where we can use satellites and telescopes to observe from afar, the deep ocean is opaque. We cannot see through the water with radar or light, so we must physically go there to explore it, which is a slow, methodical, and challenging process. Furthermore, the environment itself is incredibly hostile. The pitch-black darkness makes navigation difficult, and the corrosive saltwater is tough on equipment. The sheer scale of the deep ocean is another factor. Exploring it is like trying to explore an entire continent, but in total darkness, under crushing pressure, and with very limited tools. Scientists can only study small patches of the seafloor at a time. Each dive, while providing valuable data, only gives us a tiny snapshot of a much larger, more complex system. We are still in the early days of piecing together the full picture of what this hidden world looks like. For these reasons, the deep ocean is a place of endless questions. We do not know how many species live there. Scientists estimate that there could be hundreds of thousands, or even millions of undiscovered species in the abyss. We are still learning about the unique geology of the trenches, the full extent of the chemosynthetic ecosystems, and the role the deep ocean plays in regulating our planet's climate. Every time we send a probe or submersible into the deep, we seem to find something new. A new creature, a new geological feature, or a new chemical process. The unseen realm is full of secrets waiting to be discovered. The Mariana Trench is more than just a deep spot in the ocean. It is a symbol of the vast unknown that still exists on our own planet. In an age where we feel we have explored every corner of the globe, the deep ocean reminds us that Earth still holds profound mysteries. It is our planet's final frontier. Exploring this frontier is not just about satisfying our curiosity, it is crucial for the health of our world and our own future. The deep ocean plays a vital role in regulating global climate and weather patterns, and understanding its processes is essential for creating accurate climate models. The unique life forms in the deep sea also hold immense potential for science and medicine. Creatures that can survive extreme pressure and cold have unique biological properties. By studying their DNA and proteins, scientists may discover new enzymes for industrial processes or new chemical compounds that could lead to life-saving drugs. The secrets to new technologies and new medical breakthroughs may be hidden in the biology of a deep-sea snailfish or a microbe from a hydrothermal vent. The biodiversity of the deep ocean is a library of genetic information that we have only just begun to read. However, this remote and mysterious world is not immune to human impact. Recent expeditions have found plastic pollution even in the deepest parts of the Mariana Trench. Climate change is also affecting the deep ocean, as the seas absorb excess heat and carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, leading to warming and acidification. It is a sobering reminder that our actions on the surface can have consequences in even the most remote places on Earth. We have a responsibility to understand and protect these unique ecosystems before they are irreversibly damaged by our activities. Therefore, the journey to the bottom of the ocean must continue. It is a journey for all of humanity, because the secrets of the deep ocean belong to everyone. We must support the scientists and explorers who are venturing into this dark world, for their discoveries enrich our understanding of life and our planet. The Mariana Trench is a place of wonder, a testament to the resilience of life and the power of our planet. It calls to our innate sense of exploration and reminds us that there is always more to learn, more to see, and more to be amazed by, right here on our own beautiful and still very mysterious world. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the mysteries of the Mariana Trench. If you've enjoyed this journey beneath the waves, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Planet Pulse, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an adventure. We love hearing from you. Share your thoughts and questions in the comments below. What would you like us to explore next? Ready for more wonders of our world? Check out our other videos for more incredible stories from the far reaches of our planet. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive and keep exploring with Planet Pulse.